shoulder external rotation, connective tissue activation, progressive side. So the progressive side is shoulder external rotation, progressive side is this side, regressive side is the side on the back. So what we're going to do is going to use a band so that you can start feeling your connective tissue. So this is obviously shoulder external rotation. If we're doing the progressive side, I'm doing this tissue here. So really simple way to actually do this is you can actually do it. I'm going to get behind here, sit on the bench like this, have the bench in front of me, and I get my arm up here, and now I'm in external rotation that way. This way I've actually got a bunch of control. I have the band attached over here, and I get to, say, the end of, let's say I'm just doing the end of my active range right here, and then what I'm going to do is, well, there's not enough tension, so I'm just going to have to move a little bit over. But basically, I'm going to use my other hand over here. I'm going to get to the end of my active range, going to get the band in there, and I'm going to use my other hand here to sort of hold my arm in place. So this left arm that I'm using is not really doing any work yet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly take the pressure off that hand to transfer the resistance of the band into the shoulder. But I'm going to do this really slowly. The reason this is important to do this really slowly is I want to start feeling the tissue in my shoulder working as the resistance gets added to it, because I want to make sure that this tissue, what it does is it's not overbearing, it doesn't try too hard, I'm not moving. I just want it to match as this resistance increases. I want it to match the resistance that's being put in there just to hold it still. So I'm not, to start with, I'm not like just making a lot of tension here, and then as I let go, it stays still. Here, I'm like super relaxed, not doing anything. And as I slowly let go with my top hand, it's transferring, and I want to feel that tissue just, like I said, match that intensity to hold. I want you to feel this tissue come on board. And then hold it. Program will tell you, what intensity. If it says 20 or 30% intensity, it just means that here is about 30% intensity for me to hold it. If I went over here, it would be 2%. If I go too far now, I've got to hold it about 60%, and that's too much. So it's what amount of contraction here are you using to hold your arm still? Now, it might only be 20 or 30%, but you still might fatigue in 10 seconds, and that's okay. If you fatigue, and you're like, I can't hold it, as soon as your arm starts moving, just get your other hand there to hold it. Just chill, have a rest. When you feel like it's recovered, it shouldn't take that long. Have another go until you do the amount of duration. So that's with your arm in front. You can also do it with your arm out to the side. Also pretty simple here, but basically what you're going to do in this position is, as I lean back, there's not really any tension in the band, as you can see. Now, as I actually just sort of lean forward at my hips, move forward, that starts to increase that intensity. And then I just want to hold still, just to want to match that resistance and do that. Perfect. Now, when you do this, really, really important that you're focusing on keeping your scapula down. So as I do this, most of us naturally, as I go forward, as I start using this, that whole shoulder and scap's going to come up. I really want you to focus here on shoulder down, so scap down over here, no resistance. Just get into the position that's natural, and then, so the end of your active range, but there's nothing really happening here. Just slowly, really focusing on keeping that scapula down, slowly rock forward, keeping that angle until you're at about a 20 or 30% tissue. Just feel that tissue at the front of your shoulder coming online to stop the band pulling you back. As soon as this fatigues, go back. Or as soon as your scap fatigues, and that happens because your body will cheat, that's you fatigued as well. So either way, whether the scap comes up or whether you lose strength here in that front of the shoulder, that's relaxed. So shoulder down, forward. Enjoy.